Sup, Rotten? I know a lot of you saw the title and assumed the worst. And I just want to say, this is why reading comprehension is important. I didn't say Lightning is better. I'm just talking about ways Lightning is better, okay? We all know USB-C is the worldwide standard, and for good reason. It's super fast, reliable, and basically compatible with everything nowadays. And that's great. But I still think Lightning is better in a lot of ways. Okay, now I'm saying it. Look, if you want to watch a tech channel to help reinforce your universally accepted ideas, watch anybody else, okay? But we're Rotten over here. And it's healthy to just keep you on your toes sometimes, you know? You don't gotta agree with me, just hear me out. And if you would like to hear more of me, double check if you're subscribed yet. Who else would you know will proudly share his despised opinion with his big ass head held high? Exactly. Now, first and foremost, I'm not an idiot, okay? I think that USB-C is better than Lightning in a lot of ways that ultimately benefit mankind. For one, that's speed. USB-C supports way higher data transfer rates, up to 120 gigabits per second with Thunderbolt 5, where Lightning only tops out around USB 2.0 speeds, or 480 megabits per second, which is literally night and day. There's no question about it. Like, why are you called Lightning if you're not going to be that fast? You know what I'm saying? That's just false advertising at that point. And that's just data speeds, because it's insane in charging speeds as well. USB-C can handle up to 240 watts of power, which provides the fastest charging available, whereas Lightning maxes out around 20 to 30 watts. If your device supports it, your battery is getting full way quicker for sure. Its versatility is unmatched too, since USB-C works on phones, tablets, laptops, cameras, game consoles, headphones, monitors, everything. That means fewer cables in your bag, fewer chargers at home, and more peace of mind when you forget one. USB-C can send both video and audio through the same port, meaning it can connect to monitors, TVs, projectors, etc. Lightning can't do that without special adapters, and even then is limited. Lightning was never designed for that level of flexibility. With that being said, there are some definitive advantages of Lightning that USB-C just can't hold up to either. Just like there aren't many cases that can hold up to this one from Toraz, the video sponsor.
You ever buy an iPhone case that looks nice, but then immediately realize it's basically just a sweater? Soft, comforting, but zero utility. Like, thanks, it feels good, but can it stand up for itself? Let me introduce you to the Toraz Q3 silicone case. The one that looked at Apple's silicone case and said, cool idea, let's actually make it useful. Toraz is the #1 brand of MagSafe stand cases, and there's a reason for that. It's for people who love the minimal, silky smooth feel of Apple cases, but also want their phone to do more than just lay there like a fancy coaster. First of all, the MagSafe grip on this thing is strong. That's because Toraz uses extra strength magnets that won't randomly drop your phone the second you pick it up off a charger or sneeze too hard. But here's the kicker, it's got a built-in stand.
Kicker, stand, kickstand, get it? I'll be here all week.
And not one of those weird clunky pop-out legs, but it's sleek. There's an invisible hinge that folds out effortlessly. Prop your phone up in portrait or landscape mode, whether you're doom scrolling, watching YouTube, or pretending to take a call to avoid someone in public. And yeah, it still feels like Apple's silicone. That same grippy texture and that soft touch finish, but with actual function built in. So if you've been using your phone case just for protection, the Toraz Q3 is your upgrade path. Same comfort, way more utility. Check it out in the description below, and shout out to Toraz for sponsoring this video. Can we all just admit that Lightning does have some things going for it? There's a reason that Apple stuck with it for over a decade, and it wasn't just to sell dongles. Here's the first thing no one talks about. Lightning ports are durable as hell, and that's because the pins are on the cable, not the port. That part of your phone stays safe and clean. USB-C flips that. The sensitive parts are inside the port, which means more wear over time and more risk of damage from dirt, bad cables, or pocket lint. iPhones with Lightning ports tend to have fewer mechanical port failures over time. USB-C's tighter tolerances and deeper insertion can mean looser parts over time with heavy use. Lightning is also more compact than USB-C, which helped Apple keep iPhones thinner and leave room for other components. I mean, we're already at the point where phones are as thin as their USB-C ports, which is a definitive bottleneck on design, as no matter how thin you make your phone, you always have to accommodate for the USB-C USB-C port. There's no getting around that. Though Lightning only had USB 2.0 port speeds, an argument can be made that there are benefits to having one definitive spec. Because of the MFi made for iPhone program, Lightning accessories tend to be certified, regulated, and consistent in performance. That's both a strength and a complaint, but when getting an official Lightning cable, you didn't have to guess how it would perform. It would just work as you suspect every time. No worrying about the confusion around varying cable speeds, charging watts, display compatibility, or rapidly aging your battery. With USB-C on the other hand, not every cable is made the same, and a lot of the time it's hard to tell the difference. You can plug in a cable that looks like any other and get slower charge or data transfer, and in some cases you get no real explanation for it. It's just built like that. A lot of cables are unmarked and don't show their specs. Like, if your cable doesn't have a Thunderbolt symbol, good luck identifying it on the first go. Some of you are using slow cables right now and have no idea. And while USB-C wins on data speed, Lightning still handles charging just fine for iPhones. Up until very recently, iPhones didn't even benefit from USB-C's potential speeds anyway. So for charging, most users didn't notice a real-world difference. Lightning actually had the foundation to become a strong, long-term alternative to USB-C if only Apple had evolved it beyond its initial design. Its compact size, lack of exposed pins, and consistent port durability made it more reliable in everyday use, especially for mobile devices constantly exposed to pocket debris and rough handling. With a lower failure rate in cables and connectors, Lightning was, in some ways, more casual use friendly than USB-C, which often struggles with loose connections or bent pins in cheaper cables. But where Apple missed the mark was in innovation. Imagine if Lightning had been upgraded with USB 3.2 speeds, support for video output like DisplayPort, and increased power delivery for faster charging. Apple's control over the Lightning ecosystem through MFi could have ensured high accessory quality while allowing deep integration between hardware and software. With tighter spec control and forward-thinking improvements, Lightning could have matured into a premium Apple-first standard, not just a legacy port people were waiting to ditch. Also, one of the biggest downsides to Lightning's demise was that Apple refused to open it to the market. Giving third-party peripherals open access to that technology could have opened the doors to a ton of innovation and products, including even thinner phones, since the Lightning port took less real estate. Nevertheless, I will continue to rock the iPhone 14 Pro as much as I can because it still holds up, and it so happens to be the last time we'll get to see the Lightning port on an iPhone. What are your thoughts on Lightning? Do you love it or hate it? Let me know in the comments. And if you'd like to support the channel by buying a wallpaper, the link is down below, along with my Patreon, where you get exclusive perks like getting access to videos early, getting your own Rotten avatar made, and more. Along with my Rotten Pro subscribers, Vasco, Fransco Beck, Carbon Ranger, and Miss Game. Thank you all for the support, as it keeps me dropping videos consistently, and thank you, viewer, for watching. If you want to see more of me, you know what to do. The only have to carry one cable argument is silly, by the way. Like, what if you have multiple devices? Don't you have to carry at least one more anyway? Like, what if more than one is dead or has low battery? Is an extra cable really gonna kill you? Some of you need a reality check, man.